Welcome to Afternoon Tea with Caden Alexander. I'm Caden Alexander, and let's get started. So today I have two treats. We have the Hime Sakura Kuzumochi, a Sakura mochi with roasted soybean flour on top. And then the guidebook suggested the Rikishi Mochi Monaka. So this is very pretty looking. Kinda got a little tattered in delivery, but it recommended these two together. I did want to show you, kinda got a little messed up, but this was the packaging that the Kuzumochi was in. Very pretty. I love Japanese packaging because it's just so intricate and detailed. So let's do this. Gotta switch camera hands. Ooh, kind of hard to cut into. The mochi is very firm. Trying to cut through it with a spoon, and almost all the flour fell off. But let us try it. So immediately you get the soybean flour taste, which is pretty much most of the flavor. The mochi itself has a very subtle flavor, but it's a fun consistency. Very nice texture. Nope, come on, friend. It won't stay on the spoon. Yeah, that's fun. The soybean flour, you wouldn't think it would be sweet, but it adds like an extra sweetness to it, but also a bit of a salty aftertaste. Very unique. I don't think I've had anything like this, honestly. I'll take one more bite of this, and then I'll take a bite of the Monaka, and then we can have a small discussion. It's like wrestling with the dang. I might have to use my hand. Very warm out today, as one could expect because it's Florida. Alright, let's take a bite of the Monaka. This one is different from the other red bean sweets. This one has more of a tart flavor. Yeah, that's very good. It's more bitter. Well, not bitter. Not as sweet, I should say, as the other red bean sweets that were in the box and in previous boxes. It has like a fruity aftertaste almost. But these two are very good together. Very interesting mix. I think the soybean flour brings out the taste in the Monaka as well as the mochi That's really interesting. So, what to talk about? I could make this a bit of a dated video and talk about things that I'm currently excited for. Because there really isn't much, what with a pandemic and with me working full time. But other than the obvious, my transition, I'm also excited for a few other things. So it is officially May, which means it's officially Eurovision season. I am probably one of the diehard American fans of Eurovision. It is just so much fun. I first found it in 2009 when Alexander Rybak won with Fairy Tale. The song went viral online, and I think it even, because I used to watch a lot of anime music videos, AMVs, and I think someone even made an AMV with it, like it became that popular. So, yeah, when I found Alexander, I was like, oh, this is really cool. What is Eurovision? So, from there I found, of course, the iconic Verka Serduchka and Lordi and all of that. And the first time I got to watch a full show, or at least a full grand final from front to back, you would think it'd be 2016 because that was the first year that they aired the grand final on TV in the States, but it was actually 2014. I watched it live on their official website. It was the year Conchita won, and it was so much fun. Like, just being on social media and talking to everyone when it was happening was so much fun, and seeing all the memes and the reactions. And so that just became one of my favorite things every year to look forward to. The live blogging and the reactions and just getting attached to the songs. I'd say 2016. Well, no, because I was in Japan when 2016 happened. So I wasn't able to see the semis. Actually, did I? Hold on. I'm thinking. Because I remember watching Lou Bavier live and being very bitter that that didn't qualify. That was 2016, right? It might have been. I can't quite remember. But, I watched some of the semifinal live. And then the grand final actually aired the day I went to Japan, so I had to watch it when I got home. My parents actually recorded it because we had the channel it was on. So we all got to experience the grand final together, and it was fun. And since then, I've collected the DVDs. I've watched every semifinal and grand final live, and it's just been so much fun. As bitter as I was that it didn't happen last year, it was to be expected. I mean, safety first. They still did with the Eurovision home concerts and the Europe Shine a Light special. They still made it like they still made it very fulfilling, you know? And while it would have been amazing to see how those songs would have been on the big screen, because some of the songs like were just so good, and the staging would have been incredible, and then others were like, sometimes there are songs that like they don't really catch my attention until I see the performance, and then it becomes one of my favorites. Or on the flip side of that, songs that I really liked, that became one of my daily listening songs, that just fell flat on the stage. So it'll be exciting to see what happens this time, especially with the live on tape for Montaigne, which we did confirm, and anyone else who might not be able to actually go to the competition. But it'll be fun. I don't really have a favorite this time around, because I've only listened, I'll be honest, I only listened to every song only a couple times. But so far, the ones that are promising, just from listening, are Finland and Malta. Iceland is hit or miss for me. I hate saying this because I love Dottie Freyr. But it didn't hit as well as I thought it would. And who knows, maybe as soon as I see the staging, it'll be, it'll change my mind. But yeah, and then there are quite a few good ballads this year too. Usually by the time I get home from work, I'm so tired that if any ballad comes on, I just skip it immediately. But maybe that's why I didn't really like... I don't even know if I want to finish that thought in case Eurovision fans come at me, but one of my least favorite winners is Salvador Sobral. I love the song. Very pretty song. I can't stand him. But that's all I'm gonna say. Also, anytime I even think of the song, it gets stuck in my head. I remember watching the Eurovision movie for the first time. And after that, you would think I'd get like Husavik or Double Trouble stuck in my head. No, I had frickin' Amar Pelador. So, yeah. What else? So Eurovision, big thing. Masked Singer US is currently happening right now too, and that's taken up 90% of my entertainment life. So I've been watching that. I actually went to close to bed. I was finally dozing off, and then I remembered one of the clues in a clue package and was like, oh my god, I gotta look that up. So yeah, it's been taking up a lot of my time. But it's such a fun show. Especially because it's all like, most of the people on it are people who were really, really big and then kind of fell flat or aren't as in the scene anymore. Be it they've retired or just haven't released much, you know? But because of that, there have been a lot of Disney stars and people I grew up with on it, to the point where a couple seasons ago Jesse McCartney was on it. And it's funny because I remember the very first time I watched his performance, I was like, okay, this sounds so familiar, but I can't place it. And then he hit a high note, and I know Jesse McCartney's high notes. So as soon as he hit the high note the way he did, I was like, nope, that's my boy. But yeah. I used to have a karaoke CD that was all Jesse McCartney songs. Who knows, maybe when my voice drops I'll actually be able to sing them. But yeah, so that's fun. I think that's really all I have to talk about. This week, I like talking about things that make me happy. I don't do it a lot. Not anymore. Usually, I feel like I'm wasting people's time. Or like it'll be stuff that I know people won't get. So I just don't talk about it. Because if I have to sit there and explain what something is for like an hour before I actually get into it, it's not worth it. And that's typically how it is for my interests, because most of my interests are not a typical American thing, you know? Like Eurovision or Hello Project and J-pop, anime, manga. But yeah, it's still nice to be able to talk about it, you know? Even if I'm just talking to a camera. For now, both of these were really good. I'm gonna finish them off camera. I hope this video found you well. Please like and subscribe. Comment. Any questions you might have, anything you want me to talk about. If you want to hear more about my Eurovision antics or Masked Singer, I don't have the skill to do a reaction video or a ranking video or any kind of compilation because it's just me and the camera. I don't know how to do any of that fancy software stuff. But I don't mind talking about Eurovision again and all the other fun stuff. So yeah, I'll see y'all in another video. Take care.